Good morning, Nepal. Good morning, India. Everybody watching us live now. Uh, uh, तपाईँहरू सबैलाई स्वागत छ। आज चाहिँ हाम्रो यो स्टडी इन क्यानाडा सेसनको चाहिँ जुन हाम्रो चाहिँ अहिले चलिरहेको फेयरमा यहाँलाई चाहिँ एउटा अर्को राम्रो चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटी, पब्लिक युनिभर्सिटी जुन चाहिँ भ्यान्कुभरमा एकदम राम्रो युनिभर्सिटी ग्रुपमा चिनिन्छ, जुन रोयल रोड्स युनिभर्सिटी ग्रुपमा चाहिँ एकदम प्रचलित छ, जहाँ चाहिँ नेपाली लगायत साउथ एसियन स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू गइरहेछ। त्यो युनिभर्सिटी लिएर चाहिँ आज फेरि आइरहेको छु म, पवन विष्ट, म्यानेजर डाइरेक्टर, ब्याचलर ग्लोबल। र अहिले हामी यहाँसँग युएस र क्यानाडाको युनिभर्सिटिजहरू ल्याएर यो गएको मार्च 15देखि आउने 15 अप्रिलसम्मको लागि चाहिँ तपाईँहरूलाई चाहिँ स्ट्रेट फरवर्ड युनिभर्सिटी रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभबाट इन्फर्मेसन दिएर तपाईँहरूको जुन त्यो प्लानिङ छ स्टडी अब्रोड, लाइक इट कुड बी युएस र क्यानाडा, त्यो प्रोसेसको लागि अझ इजी बनाउने ब्राडफोर्ड ग्लोबल र हाम्रो टिमको त्यो खालको चाहिँ उद्देश्य रहेको छ। त्यस कारणले एकदम ढुक्क भएर यहाँले चाहिँ हामीलाई सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ र प्रोसेस गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ ब्राडफोर्डसँग, र हामी चाहिँ तपाईँहरूलाई क्लियरली र एकदम ट्रान्सपेरेन्ट वेले चाहिँ तपाईँहरूलाई स्टुडेन्ट भिजाको लागि प्रोसेस गर्छौँ। र thank you for hearing me all in Nepali. I'm sorry, Sweta, but
No, absolutely fine. I'll try and pick up some words.
Right, yeah, like I want to speak as much Nepali as I can, because that way, that helps our parents as well, together with our prospective students. So that way I put it. Of course, like there's so many students or Nepalese people understand Hindi language quite well, because people have been watching the movies, enjoying the food, songs, and many other stuff, you could name from hundreds of years. And we have very good ties between the countries, and of course, and we have great working relationship with you guys. So I believe this is how we are bonding our relationship even stronger. And I'm sure many of you understand Nepali language as well. So yeah, dear viewers, please feel free to join us and be with us for next 45 minutes or so. And of course, our guest, Ms. Soita Sarma, who is the International Liaison Officer for Royal Roads University for South Asia as well as Southeast Asia, will be joining us and sharing about her university, Royal Roads University, about the programs, the fee structure, about the application process, the admission criteria, the visa scenario, and so much about the COVID situation in and around her campus, and their measures, let's say their control on the virus, and how they are treating with the students. We get to hear a lot about those things as well. And the good news is Nepal is getting so many visas for Canada. Our students are happy these days than ever, I could say, because Soita, you may have heard, of course, the High Commission in India, which takes care of the application from Nepal, India, and other countries. They have been sharing in our, I think they had a webinar for Nepal 2 weeks back, and they shared the visa rate jumped from 24% to somewhere close to 70% now over the past few months, which means this is the time for Canada. And absolutely, the good news, we are yet to hear from you as well. It's not just the universities or the colleges that are accepting the application and visas are easier. On top of that, the Canadian government is announcing they're gonna need more and more people in their workforce. And so that means the students who are studying today could be getting the opportunity for PR, or work permit for up to 3 years after studies as well. This means so many good news in the basket. So with this all information on hand with me right now, I can't wait to welcome you here. Ms. Sweta, welcome on our platform today. This stage is yours now.
Thank you very much, Pawan, and good morning, Nepal. I would want to welcome all of you to the platform, and thank you very much for joining us. We would like to take this opportunity to connect with you, share more information about what's happening in Canada, and what is there in offer for you at Royal Roads University. So we'll be here with you for, let's say, next 45 minutes or an hour. So keep asking your questions. Do let us know whatever your queries are, and we'll try our best to answer each one of you. So I think with that, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to run a small presentation which will
Mhm.
give you all the information about the university, all the courses that we offer, how you can apply for the application processing, funding opportunities. So we're going to cover all of those topics today.
Mhm.
So with that, let me just try and share my screen.
Yeah, and while you are doing, Miss Soida, dear viewers, जसले हेरिराख्नु भएको छ र हाम्रो रेकर्डेड पर्सनमा पनि हेरिरहनु भएको छ, प्लिज सोध्नुहोस् यहाँको क्वेसनहरू के छ, तपाईँको अब इलिजिबिलिटी, यहाँको एकाडेमिक अर यहाँको आइएलटिएस रिपोर्ट अर तपाईँको आइएलटिएसको चाहिँ ठाउँमा अरू कुन पिटी यस्तो खालको चाहिँ कुन इङ्ग्लिस प्रोफिसियन्सी टेस्ट पनि दिन मिल्छ, त्यो खालको क्वेरिजहरू पनि राख्नुहोस्। यो टाइम हो र ब्राडफोर्डले कम्प्लिटली एक्सक्लुसिभली चाहिँ यो इन्फर्मेसन दिने पर्पजको लागि चाहिँ हाम्रो पार्टनर युनिभर्सिटिजहरू चाहिँ हामी यो प्लेटफर्म मार्फत तपाईँहरू स्टुडेन्ट्स र प्यारेन्ट्सहरूलाई चाहिँ डिरेक्ट इन्फर्मेसन दियो, क्लियर इन्फर्मेसन दियो भन्ने खालको चाहिँ हो, जुन हामी 1 वर्षदेखि गरिरहेछौँ। कम्प्लिटली आज मैले मेरो हिस्ट्री हेरेँ, लाइक यो सेसन गरिरहेको, जुन भनेको ठ्याक्कै 1 वर्ष भएछ। आई फिल सो प्राउड द्याट वी टुडे इट मार्क्स लाइक द फर्स्ट इयर, लाइक इट्स बिन इयर, Sweta, that we started this live sessions, and even during the pandemic, because we thought like we need information at least, even though we're staying home. And I guess like our mission is complete for the past year, and now we are moving forward with much more confidence in bringing you the best for your best career. So please join with us and ask us freely about your study plans in Canada at Royal Lords University. In the meantime, if you allow me, Miss Soida, I want to like play a quick video about Royal Lords University. All right,
Yeah, sure, sure.
great.
Oh, I have shared my screen. So do you want
Yeah,
me to?
it's there,
Is it
and you can leave it like that.
okay? Okay.
Yep. All right. I'm sorry. There you go. Wait a second. All right. I came here to Canada to pursue my dreams. My dad kind of gave me the idea because he used to live here in Canada and he loved it. Get out of my comfort zone just to find new experiences. I was just coming for a semester, but then I really liked it. Okay, bear with me, please. I guess I put the wrong video. I just want to reconfirm that. And let me share the screen one more time. Mhm. Okay, I think this should be the one. There you go. I came here to Canada to pursue my dreams. My dad kind of gave me the idea because he used to live here in Canada and he loved it. Get out of my comfort zone just to find new experiences. I was just coming for a semester, but then I really liked it and I stayed. I started to pay attention to Canada, and my wife came here, and she fell in love. I thought it was just boost and I guess snow. Grizzly bears? I didn't know that they were as kind and friendly as I found them. Like you experience different cultures, and what's nice about Canada, you're not shy to share your own culture. Basically, they accept how people are. They respect the diversity of cultures. And we don't see this a lot all over the world. If you mixed cultures, races, you have something stronger. I love the weather here in Victoria, and compared to other places in Canada, I know Victoria has the best weather because it's not always just cold. It's also like you get the warmth and you get all the seasons. And Victoria has this calm way to live. Everything is so quiet, so peaceful. I'm enjoying this a lot. My plan is to stay here. I'm so in love with this country. And something great of studying here in Canada is that you can get a work permit after your graduation for the length of your studies up to 3 years. What railroads has as a unique thing is the teaching method.
I learned how to work in teams, which is such a big thing here at Railroads. Knowledge doesn't come from the instructor only, but it comes from all the students. I think railroads and this perspective of life changing, it's more close to what is right, more close to the future of education. People learning from each other. We are asked to solve issues, and it's wonderful how everybody thinks in a different way. Those who are really concerned about quality education will not look for just the brand, just a stamp or a diploma or a degree. They will do like I did. Look for something else. Look for an experience, a life-changing experience.
Yep, that was about Rollers University, and it's like a castle building. And of course, Victoria is a beautiful city, and many visitors every year come and visit to Victoria, which is very close to Vancouver, the largest, like Toronto and Vancouver in Canada. So, but beautiful, you can count on to Victoria. That's where Rollers University is located. So we got to hear a lot about that from our guest today and my special friend, Ms. Soita, who is the liaison officer for Rollers University. Please, Soita, I'm ready to pop up on the screen the presentation, which definitely gonna help our viewers more about to learn more about your campus. Please go
Thank you
ahead.
very much, Pawan. Yeah, thank you so much, Pawan. So let's begin the presentation, and we're going to talk about the university, and there are some of the points that we'll cover today. We'll explore the Royal Roads University experience, the program overview, applications, and definitely your questions. On a location side, you can see, we are based in Victoria, as you saw in the video, and as Pawan also mentioned, Victoria is a beautiful city. It's an island in British Columbia. In fact, it's the capital city of British Columbia. With two main big cities closer to Victoria would be Vancouver and Seattle. So we are actually on the US-Canada borders. Though it's a capital city, it's not overtly populated, and at any point, we have a population of about 367,000 people living in Victoria. So, which is not so huge compared to the Indian standards where I am based, and I know Nepal is also growing. So, yeah, it's not so overtly populated, and it has all the facilities an international student can expect. So you have the museums, the theaters, movie halls, parks, gardens, anything that you can think of, including the industry. So there are a lot of industries which are based in and around Victoria. And just to name a few, there'll be like advanced technology, tourism and hospitality, and education. Why tourism and hospitality is because Victoria is also one of the biggest tourism destination in the whole of Canada. Every year we get millions of people visiting Victoria. One big reason I would say that we have the mildest of the climate throughout the year. So it doesn't get too cold, it doesn't get too hot. It's very mild, the entire year. So just to give an idea, in winters, the minimum will dip to about 5 or 6 degrees, and the summers would be nice, pleasant 25 degrees at the max. In summers, the sunset is around 9:30, 10 at night, so you get actually long days to enjoy and go out and look around. And especially for the South Asian students, it's always it gives them a good exposure when you have the very pleasant living conditions out there. So, Rogers University, we are a public university, and we offer a lot of personal approach in learning and teaching. Right, our students, they gain applicable skills that they need to succeed in their careers. We are also one of the leaders in the chain making approach, and we also foster for a sustainable future. What makes us unique, that we are also Ashoka Youth Changemaker campus. We offer real world classrooms, and then you are a student, you're recognized by your first name. Unlike many other institutions, you wouldn't be an applicant ID, right? You would be known by your first name. So I think that's quite unique. A few facts about Royal Rose University. The campus that we saw in the video, it was established in 1908,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's an old castle. It's a beautiful castle. 1908, and it started as a military training college. But in 1995, under the charter, we got the university status, and since then we've been awarding our own degree program. We are truly international in our approach. At the moment, we have nearly 5,000 students studying with us, which is not so huge, which is like a very small, compact number. But out of these 5,000 students, we have about nearly 1,500 international students. And the best part is, Pawan, that all these international students we get from about 108 different nationalities. So we are like
Wow,
truly
that's so
international
many
in our,
countries.
yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely international in our approach. So if you're studying at Royal Roads University, you will have the opportunity to go out and mix with other nationalities, learn about their economies, learn about their culture, and make friends for the lifetime. So as we speak, we have over 25,000 alumni, and not only that, we also work very closely with international universities across the globe. So we have nearly 60 plus 60, collaborative arrangements going on. And as I said, the best part about Royal Roads University is that our classes are going to be really small. We really want our students to get their focused attention, right? So that's a conscious decision that we want to keep the small class sizes. So on an average, about 25 to 30 students would be there in a class. And for masters, some programs, we do exceed our numbers, and then we divide them into two cohorts. So here's the program offering, and you see there's a huge list of courses that we offer. The other unique thing about Royal Roads University is that we have various delivery models. So whether you are a student who want to study face to face on campus, or you are a student who has a strong commitment and cannot travel for the entire duration, or someone who has a very steady jobs going on, but they still would want to get an international qualification, we have all the courses on a very different delivery models that we offer. So we offer on campus where you have face-to-face learning. You can also take an online, and you also have a choice of taking a blended program, which means the majority portion of the program would be delivered online with a short-term residencies where you can travel to the university. So these are the courses, and we have courses at the undergraduate level. We offer courses at the lab for the language preparation, certificates, diploma, master's degrees, and doctoral programs. And on the program offering, there are courses into business, leadership, communication, education technology, environment and sustainability, executive education, tourism, hospitality, interdisciplinary studies, and gender studies. So in today's presentation, I'm going to talk about more on the on-campus programs, because I believe most of our students would be interested to come to Canada. But in case someone out there who is still looking for online programs or the blended program, please do not hesitate. Do drop in your question, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So our students are generally they are curious, they are passionate, they really want to make some changes into the environment at the university as well, and they're the one who really want to do things differently. So there are three entry points to get into the university. First is after your high schooling, students who have completed, or the ones who have recently got their results, their high school results or year 12 results, they can consider applying for a 4-year bachelor's degree course. If you are a student who has completed 2 years of degree or a diploma in Nepal or anywhere, you can also apply for the credit transfer option. We call it a degree completion. So if you have completed 2 years of degree or diploma, you can join us in third year. So that's the second stage, and then we also offer master's degree program and the doctoral courses. Talking about the undergraduate program, these are the 3 4 year bachelor's degree, and we're going to run this program every year in September. BBA, Bachelor of Arts in Global Tourism Management, and Bachelor of Arts in International Hotel Management. All the three courses are very hands-on practical program. There's also an internship involved in our bachelor's degree in tourism and hotel management. And the interesting part about BBA is that in the last 2 years, third and fourth year, students would be doing a lot of industry-based projects. So that's quite unique. That's very different for our students. So you get a very practical hands-on experience with the industry while you're studying as a part of your program. So the first year of the program is going to be a common year, as we call it, an international year. And this is the kind of a foundation year that, that is common for students across the program. And from the second year on, you actually take up your respective specializations into different courses. So what do you need to get into our bachelor's degree program? That you should have studied at least year 12 or high school with minimum 4 academic subjects with a B average. If you have studied maths, that's a great thing. But in case you do not have maths, but you've got alternative subjects, for example, accountancy, statistics, or economics, you can still apply for our bachelor's degree program. So maths is not a hindrance. Math is not one of those mandatory requirements. But yeah, you should have scored minimum B average. Apart from that, we would also need an IELTS. It's very, very important that one should complete their language examination. You can take either IELTS or TOEFL or Duolingo or PTE. We accept all the language examinations. So, in case you're planning to take up IELTS, we would ask for minimum 6 overall, with at least 6 in writing and speaking. Your reading and listening can be 5.5. But honestly, from the visa point of view, I would suggest, if you can get 6 overall with 6 in each, that makes your chances bit better from the visa point of view. But otherwise, academically, we are good with 5.5 in reading and listening. So these are the entry requirements for our 4-year bachelor's degree program. Moving on to the next level, this is the degree completion option. As I said,
Hmm.
students who have completed 2 years of their relevant degree or diploma in their home countries or anywhere in the world, they can always seek to apply for the credit transfer option. So we
Hmm.
have a BBA, Global Tourism Management, and International Hotel Management. These programs offer 2 years of the degree completion programs, which means students will be studying year 3 and year 4 with us, and they will get a bachelor's degree. We also have the accelerated programs, which means the 2-year curriculum would be covered over a period of a year. And under this arrangement, we offer BA in Professional Communication, Justice Studies, and Environmental Sciences. So these are all the on-campus program options under the credit transfer or the degree completion options. So you should have completed at least 2 years of relevant degree or diploma with minimum 60 credits and B average. So
Hmm.
that's the key: 60 credits and B average. And another thing which I feel that we do differently is that we work on a block transfer arrangement.
Okay.
What does that mean? Unlike many institutions, when we receive the application, we do not map your courses course by course. We do not map your qualifications module wise module. We work on a block transfer. So let's say you've got 2 years. We look at your curriculum. You've got 60 credits, B average, and you get direct entry into third year,
Okay.
right? So which
Mhm.
means you get credit for your complete 2 years of studies that you have already gained in your home countries.
That's good
Uh,
opportunity actually. Hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because otherwise, under the regular models, Pawan, many students, they tend to lose on time, and they end up spending extra money as well. Completing
Yeah.
those missing modules, right? With
Right.
us,
Right.
that's quite simple. Yeah, it's all simplified process.
Yeah.
So just
Hmm.
ensure that you've got 60 credits and B average. And you can always apply to Rolls University under these programs.
Hmm.
IELTS level is going to be slightly higher because you're coming into the advanced level of entry into the bachelor's degree, so we would need a little higher IELTS requirement. So ideally, you should have minimum 6.5 overall, including writing and speaking, and reading and listening can be minimum band 6. But
Hmm.
again, as I said, you are free to take any of the language examinations. We would accept all.
Hmm.
So moving to our third section, a third segment, that is the graduate program. So here you see there's a lot of offerings. We have a lot of programs
Hmm.
under this category. So we have a MBA, which is a brand new program. We are going to launch this program. The first intake is going to be in November.
Great.
Applications are already open for this program. So
Hmm.
apart from MBA, which is the executive management program, we offer Masters of Global Management, this master's degree in leadership, intercultural and international communication, environmental management, master's degree in tourism management, and we also offer a graduate diploma in project management and organization leadership. So all these courses are offered on a on-campus delivery model. So
Hmm.
if you're interested in any of these programs, please get in touch with us. Just a little bit more into the courses. So global management is between 12 to 18 months, and it is one of our most popular courses at the Rollins University. The reason being that it attracts students from all the various different profiles and backgrounds.
Hmm.
Provided they have a minimum 2 to 3 years of relevant work experience into the management stream, they can apply for this program. We run this course 3 times in a year. That'll be January, May, and September. So, which means we
Hmm.
have a rolling admission process. Um, so yeah, I mean, you do have multiple options, multiple choices to in terms of the intake to apply for the global management program.
Hmm.
We have Masters of Environment Management program, which is going to start in September 21. And trust me when I say the moment we launched this program, it was full. We are
Okay.
actually going waitlist on this program, and this is the one of the courses which is very sought after, very high in demand, and also
Wow.
this is the course which is on the PNP list. Yeah, I mean, we
Mm.
know what's happening
That's
with the
good to hear.
environment, right? Everybody
Yeah.
wants to make changes. They want to improve how we live. What are the issues that we are facing. So that's
Mm.
all about the program, the environment management,
Hmm.
and it's going to start in September this year.
Hmm.
There's sorry, you have a question down here?
Well, like I was wondering, like whether you'll be requiring this the related educational background for getting into this program, or what is it like?
Yes, we ideally we would want students to have a relevant bachelor's degree and at least 2 years of work experience.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if their bachelor's degree is not directly related to the course, but they have a strong work experience for a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
they can also apply. They can
Mm-hmm.
also apply for this program. So
Okay,
there
great.
has to be a strong relevance,
Hmm.
strong profile, strong background to be able to apply for such program.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Right. Masters of Arts in Intercultural and International program. This is a very unique course that we offer, and the best part is that we don't ask for any work experience for this program. So, if you're a fresh graduate, you have graduated from business, media, journalism, human resource,
Mm.
language teaching, communication, you can apply for this program. The course will be running in September every year. So, you do have a chance, you do have an opportunity to apply for this program. No work experience required.
Okay.
Um, and the third option would be, fourth option would be Masters in Tourism Management. This is one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorites, my
Mm.
favorite program. It's a 2 year course. We run this course 3 times in a year, and it is designed for the students who have academic and work experience into the hospitality and tourism sector, or they have been working for a couple of years into the tourism sector.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a lot of students from Nepal on this tourism management
Of
program
course.
because we all know how important tourism is for each country these days, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it also offers three specializations. There'd be like disaster and emergency management, social entrepreneurship, and students they can take up all these specialization based on their interest and their needs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh,
Yeah. Sorry about that. Like, when you were talking about like tourism, of course, like your university is more focused on like management and tourism, hospitality, plus, like environment as well as this project. So more about business and the tourism industry. So this
Absolutely.
definitely going to be a very specialized university for students across the globe, not just for the Canadians. So of course, Nepal, a tourism oriented country, definitely needs some more professionals in its sector to help its economy. So this is absolutely a great program, like you said. I also agree with you. Of course, in Canada also, if the students completes and want to continue with their careers, then Canada being one of the best country for tourism, people want to go visit, see, experience Canada. So that means even during their PSW, let's say post study work opportunity, that time they can enjoy their careers for some time. Then this is a good one, actually. Yeah, thanks for highlighting this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think, Pawan, the environment and tourism management are the two areas
Hmm.
which will draw a lot of interest from Nepal,
Hmm.
because of the issues that we have faced, especially the South Asia, the issues that we have been facing every year.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that's what I feel. But having said that, if you have been working in a social work, or you've been working with the public sector, and you're the one who has work experience into a cross cultural setting, leading team organizations, you can always look at Masters of Arts in Global Leadership,
Which
because
one?
the
Which
Master of Arts in Global Leadership.
Okay, I mean global leadership. All right,
Yes,
for that, let's say you also touched the qualification like social work, which in Nepal I guess just turned to be 4 years. I'm not so sure, but many have 3 years bachelors in social work, but they have their course of they have hands-on practice, like an internship with the social organization. That means
yeah,
the program looks like 3 month 3 year long, but that comprises of 4 year equivalent kind of program. So what would you suggest to those who have just 3 years bachelor degree but would like to come into this program, or such where social work is helpful to get into?
absolutely. I mean, all these students with a 3 year bachelor's degree, they can certainly apply when we accept 3 year bachelor's degree from all the countries. So, what we do, we actually draw equivalency. So either they can submit a course by course best evaluation, or we can do the internal credential evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
So do not hesitate if your bachelor's degree is 3 years and you have a strong work experience. Please
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and look at the program, and you can always put in your application.
I believe
Um,
sorry,
sorry.
I believe this program, I mean global leadership, this is not just for a particular group of students, or let's say a background. Rather it helps someone who want to enhance their leadership skills. Let's say it could be from social work field, or some other field. So
Absolutely.
what would you suggest those are, especially who you see applying to this program, especially
In my opinion, Pawan, an ideal applicant, as I said, is the one who has some sort of a leadership or the higher management level experience,
Mhm.
and they have gained this experience either by working in a cross cultural setting, or they have been working in those leadership positions,
Mhm.
and have dealt with people from different cultures, different nationalities, and are the ones who have led the projects. And this could be not necessarily during their academics. This could be only in the workforce as well, during their college days, during their study days. So you
Mhm.
have to you if you have that skills, if you have those leadership skills in you,
Mhm.
no matter whichever field that you come from, you can always apply for this program.
That means, a fresh graduate can apply into this program because it doesn't require the work experience, or what is it like?
It
Because
does. It does
uh,
require.
more of your programs require 2 year experience, like many universities do. So
Yes.
this does require, but you don't count those experience while they're working, during their study time. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. So we do need work experience. I mean,
Hmm.
generally we ask for minimum 3 years of work experience for global leadership,
Okay.
into that leadership setting while you were not studying. But yes, I mean, something that you can project. Let's say if you have had some of the projects which you think they bear a lot of credential in your profile, um, you know, do highlight that, do mention that. But yes, having a work experience is going to be a key criteria for majority of our programs, except the intercultural and international communication,
Yeah.
because
Let me go quickly into that. I'm sorry, for that, like intercultural and international communication. So it says like no work experience, because I'm
no
just
work
focusing.
experience.
This circling this question for those students who are graduating, or like who have just like graduated, 3 years, or just bachelors. Let's say 4 years could be. So you don't require any work experience. So for this program only, right?
No, no. Yeah, so it's only the intercultural and international communication which does not require work experience. Rest all the
Mhm.
courses we need some work experience.
All right.
But I would also like to highlight, if you are a mature student, let's say with
Mm-hmm.
7, 10, 12, 15 years of work experience, you are always welcome to apply to Royal Roads University,
Mm-hmm.
because 70% of our student population is they are working professionals. So the more work experience that you have, it's good for us, it's good for the class, it's good for you as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
So do not hesitate. I mean, we do have a minimum criteria, but if you have more work experience, it's always better. You're always welcome to apply to Royal Roads University.
Great. Thanks. Yeah, we talked about those 3 year degrees, and of course, social work and the progress, and I mean the program which will be suitable afterwards. I think we just discussed about that, and global literacy is one of them, and we could also apply to intercultural and international communication. Again, the WS evaluation, or RU's internal evaluations would work, and
So
then based on that we'll be progressing on. Thanks for that, and
absolutely.
thanks Monzu for your question here. It just popped up for you.
Okay.
Dear viewers, please ask your question anytime, and we will just highlight this and answer your question as much details as we have. Thanks, Sweda, and sorry about the interruption. I
No,
think
no, no, absolutely. All right. Yeah, it's all good.
okay, all right, yeah, yeah, good to go, good to
Yeah.
proceed.
Sure. So, and we also offer a short-term program. It's called Graduate Diploma in Project Management and Organizational Leadership.
Hmm.
This could be any project that you have undertaken. It could be engineering, business, marketing, education. It could be any kind of a project. And if
Hmm.
you are the one who is looking for those specialist skills to manage the project and be into the leadership position in the organization, probably this could be the course. It's a short term, between 8 to 10 months program. We're going to run this program in September. We started in February because of the pandemic. We have moved. So this course is also available in September. But just remember, this is going to be a short-term one, like a quick one, with those specific skills. If you're
Hmm.
interested in,
Great.
definitely we need work experience for this also. I'm just going to touch base on that. Though it's a short-term program, it is designed for the people who've got some work experience.
Hmm.
So we would still ask for minimum 2 years of work experience for this program as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because your programs are strong, I understand, and we must comply with those requirements. That definitely helps at the end of the day the applicants, the students. So yeah, we need to identify which sort of program needs what, and then how we should prepare our students. Thanks for highlighting those, and it definitely helps us, our counselors, to guide every step to our students' success.
Sure. And just a standard admission requirement, you should have a 3 year or a 4 year bachelor's degree. It should be a compatible degree from a recognized institution with minimum B average in the last years, or if you want to convert it into the percentage, between 60-65%, 60% or above, I would suggest. That will come out to be B average. And of course, work experience, it varies from program to program. So starting from 2 years and with the MGM, and it can go up to 7 years for the MBA program that we have. That's the minimum work experience criteria. But as I said, if you're a mature student with lots of work experience, please do apply. And or if you're a student who does not have a B average, right?
Mm.
But you do have a strong work experience, you can also apply, because apart from the standard admission, we also have a flexible admission process,
Mhm.
where we give more weightage to your experience over the academics. It's going to be a very balanced approach under the flexible admission. And yeah, so there's no restriction. We are not so rigid. If you do not have a B average but you have a great work experience, we would be happy to consider your application.
Great. I think we actually discussed a lot about that in the previous slide, and that became that easier for us to just finish this slide. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. IELTS is going to be same, 6.5 in writing and speaking, and 6 in reading and listening. But
Hmm.
please go ahead and take any of the exams, whichever you feel more comfortable with. If you do
Hmm.
not meet the IELTS requirements or the language requirements for the direct entry, there are a lot of pathway programs that we offer. So we start pathway programs from 4.5 bands in IELTS and building it up. So depending whatever your scores are, based on that, we can actually offer you pathway programs. It could be like 1 semester, 2 semester, whatever your scores are. Based on that, so we ensure that you're ready to start your main program, and we give you a lot of support during your language process.
Well, yeah, I want to touch base on that. So, your university offers some, language, let's say, classes to improve some of the vans if they do not meet with the requirement. You mean? Let's
Absolutely,
say they do
yes,
not have
absolutely, yeah.
speaking as required.
Yeah, EAP programs,
All
English
right,
for academic purpose. Yeah, we do
all
we
right.
do offer those programs, and we, as I said, we start from 4.5. I don't know in Nepal. From Nepal, we don't get students
I
with
don't think we'll have
4.5
problem.
bands. Yeah, no, we've
Yeah,
always had
these are
students with a
scoring
very
more than
high IELTS
6.5
scores.
degrees. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So, but just for
But
you
one
to
thing,
know,
yeah, thank you. But one thing, I could see, Duolingo is still there. I know, for
yeah,
acceptance, letter of acceptance purpose at the university, it is quite acceptable. But recently, the High Commission officers, they're not entertaining with the Duolingo score, I guess. So, what I would like to hear from you is, the confirmation about the same, and also because I've been advising, suggesting the students, even if you have a Duolingo right now, they need to go for another test like IELTS or TOEFL during the time of their visa application. So, what do you suggest?
absolutely. Absolutely, Pawan. If your students they have Duolingo, that is good for the admission purpose, right? That's good for the application. But for
Hmm.
the visa purpose, I would also suggest, either they can go for a IELTS or PTE, or I think PT is also accepted these days, provided the
It
scores
is.
are set directly. Yeah, and TOEFL as well. But yeah, Duolingo is always good to go for the admission purpose, because I know
Right.
IELTS sometimes it can take a little longer to get the dates, right?
Mm,
And your students, if they are waiting for IELTS for that long, they might miss the intakes. They might miss the program deadlines.
absolutely.
So don't wait for that. Apply with your Duolingo scores, and they can appear for the IELTS or any other exam whenever they have the dates available.
Absolutely, that's the best advice that we could give it to the students. Yeah, you can submit your application if you have got
Yeah,
Duolingo score, and get the admission later. But in the meantime, you are suggested to take another test like IELTS, PT, or
yeah,
TOEFL. Like so, it just mentioned on another slides. So that way, you can still get into the intake of your choice, like in a prepared intake. Let's say if you're applying for this Septrum intake, but you do not have the score yet, like IELTS or such, but Duolingo, then you're still good to apply and get the offer later and be in time. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good suggestion. Thank you for confirming.
Work opportunities, I'm sure all of us we know, but if you're
Mhm.
if you're an international student on a study permit, you are eligible to work off campus up to 20 hours per week during your academic duration, and during your breaks, during your holidays, you can work full time.
Mhm.
And after completion of the program, you would also be eligible to apply for the postgraduate work permit. And the maximum duration is for 3 years. Majority of our programs they qualify for a 3 years postgraduate work permit, except for the graduate diploma, which is 8 months. So probably you'll be eligible for 1 year.
Mhm.
But yeah, all the other courses, most of them they would qualify you for the 3 years of postgraduate work permit.
So,
Um,
so that, yeah, of course, the main reason I would see, among our students is like the attraction with this post-study work opportunities,
Absolutely.
because off-campus work permit, like while you're studying, of course, 20 hours per week, and which would support them, for some pocket expenses, pocket money, or just explore Canada more as a student. But this post graduation work permit, we call it PGWP, insert, maybe available of the same duration of the study, like just to make it simple. If it is a 1 year program, then the study work permit could be for up to 1 year. If it is 3 years program, then you could get it for 3 years program. So depends which program you are into. So in that sense, let's say in that way, you can put it like all your programs are like 2 years or 18 months or 22 months. So that way, let's say 22 months, of course, around like 2 years the work permit. But the postgraduate certificate, that means it is just for a year. So that is 1 year work permit versus your
Yes.
MA in global management, that's for 2 year, 2 year or 3 years. So what is it like,
3 years.
if you
Three
can share
years.
about
Yes. Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yes. MA Global Management or any of our masters, like master's degree programs, general students they get for 3 years. But
Okay,
as I
great.
said, it's equally proportional to the duration of the program. So
Hmm.
graduate diploma would be for 1 year.
Great. Yeah, thanks for confirming that. Yeah, that helps us. All right.
Yeah. So now the question is, all these programs, how much
Mhm.
are they? How much do they cost? Right.
Mhm.
Trust me, we are very competitive fee structure, and
Mhm.
the undergraduate programs per year would be approximately 22,000 Canadian dollars,
Mhm.
and for the graduate programs, there'll be about 32,000. Average would be 32,000 Canadian dollar for the entire program. So
Mhm.
whether it's a 2 year program or 18 months program, the tuition fee will range between 32 to 33,000
Mhm.
Canadian dollars for majority of our programs.
Mhm.
Um,
I understand.
with
Yeah,
an
like they're
exception
very.
of graduate. Sorry, sorry, you were saying
Uh,
something.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just like highlighting because some would say 22,000 or 30,000. How, of course, the education is the system, or you can call the recognition of the degree from Canadian university, still from the public one, of course, highly recognizable, not just in Canada but across the globe. When
Yeah.
you are searching for jobs, or presenting your Canadian degree, of course that has more value, or let's say very competitive one. And that, for the same reason also, the universities have state of the art facilities and the best um, professors for the class. And that means they are also expensive. That that is the reason behind this, little expensive than average tuition could be. But again, glad to see scholarship is there between 500 to 500 and 10,000. So let me know about that, please. How we get scholarship, based on what?
Right. So once you have received the offer letter from the university, once you've been admitted on the program, you can
Mhm.
apply for various scholarship options or the funding opportunities.
Mhm.
There are internal awards, there are external funding opportunities. So We have, on our website, we have given all of that information. Yes, these scholarships are going to be competition based. It's going to be competitive scholarships. So right from the entrance awards till you have graduated, there'll be many such opportunities to apply for scholarship. There are some scholarships where we invite applications 3 times in a year. So which means if you are not able to make it in the first attempt, you can improve on your grades and then you can apply again. You'll get a second chance to apply for such scholarship. Um, yeah, so on an average, about 25% of RRU students, they get about 1,500 award. But then, having said that, there are many other scholarships. Please do check out the program page. Sorry, the funding and awards page on the Royal Roads University website. And while you apply, you have to write a statement.
Mm.
Why you are an ideal applicant. Why you should be considered for this scholarship. So with that, you submit your application, and then if you're qualified, you would be notified, because as I said, this is all going to be competitive. But yes, some rewards to work hard,
Yeah.
some motivation.
Of course, that is a great motivation, because you are paid off for your hard work, like strong grades, and your a strong SOP about like why Canada, why this program, and what makes you feel like taking this program, what do you see in the future in yourself. So all these things absolutely must be demonstrated strongly, as you suggested. And these scholarship amounts are not just termed as a value in money, like it's just not a monetary figure. Rather, we'd see like it's an honor to your
Absolutely.
qualification. And the next stuff would be next importance would be uh, when you look at your offers, over the years, let's say after you graduate or after you find a job, then it's a lifetime achievement. You could say like hey, like I got this much scholarship. So for that reason also it's of high value anyway.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we really want to reward students, who
Mhm.
have been outstanding academically overall, their profiles. So I always suggest students, to do apply. Whether you make it or not, that's a secondary question. But at least give yourself that chance to apply for those funding awards, those scholarship opportunities.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely reduces the cost, like you have stated before, like $22,000 per year. If you get some thousands of scholarship, then that definitely helps you, your parents or sponsors. uh,
Absolutely.
and also like graduate fees, that definitely goes down. So here's a difference I could just highlight. Undergrad, it's like per year, like 22,000 per year, but graduate, it's per program, right? Is that per
Absolutely. It's for
program?
the entire program. It's the
Okay, yeah.
entire program.
So that means I must take my words back. Previously I said it looks
It's
expensive a
not
little bit.
it's not so expensive, yeah.
I'm sorry, but yeah, program wise, like 32,000. See, it's very affordable, very a nominal cost in such a way, for the universities and the program like at RRU in Canada, Rollers University in Canada. It is I would say very average pricing, and degree wise, it's a good one. See, 16,000 or 18,000, or after scholars even lays, I think is very affordable costing. Uh, uh,
Absolutely.
Thanks for giving me a chance to correct my words. But
No problem.
you started with per year, but and down below per program. So I just looked at one again.
No, no, no problem. Yeah, so it's not so expensive. It's a very, very competitive tuition fee.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um, so do go out and check out the program pages, and you will understand the kind of curriculum that we offer, the kind of opportunities you have, the kind of
Mm-hmm.
program completion options that you get, and the career opportunities that you get after completing the program. I think it's going to be worth spending every penny.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thanks for this.
Uh, So where do
Home
you
stay.
stay?
Mhm.
Where do you stay? At Rollins University, we do have a accommodation, but that's for the short term. There's kind of an emergency accommodation in case someone they need, but that'll be like depending upon the availability.
Mhm.
But because we're a historic site as well, so we do not have a long-term accommodation on campus. Our students they normally stay off campus. So the benefit, what I see of staying off campus, that you are in control of your own finances, right? So
Mhm.
you get to choose, you get to decide, how much you want to spend on the accommodation, where do you want to stay, what kind of facilities that you look for. So
Mhm.
you have the option of taking a homestay, which means that you can stay with a host family, and you can always request for the hot meals. You don't have to do your own cooking, but
Right.
otherwise, if you want to take up something which is more economical, you can always go for the shared accommodation. And if you're bringing your family over, because we do have a lot of mature students who get their families over, they can always go for the rental apartments. So on an average, between 800 to 1200 Canadian dollars per month could be your expenses on your accommodation, depending upon the various options that you get and your preferences.
So you say like it could be just for a short term, like 4 weeks, about a month, let's say. Once the students are there, like they may not know like where to go, where to stay, like where to live in. So for that purpose, the university is arranging such like apartments, housing, or a homestay. Did you mean to say that?
No,
Or
no. Yeah, what I meant that the on-campus accommodation is the emergency accommodation that is only available, I think, for 10 days or
okay,
2 weeks.
all right.
But in general, students who are looking at the long-term accommodation, so for example, if they are undergraduate students, right, and they still need that family atmosphere, probably they would go and stay, take up a homestay and stay with the host families for the duration of their program, or let's
Mm-hmm.
say for a year or so, and then they want to move out once they're more comfortable. But the mature
Mm-hmm.
students, they can take up a private shared accommodation, or the apartments. They can rent out apartment if they're bringing their families.
Mm-hmm.
So all within the city, not on
Okay, great.
campus.
All right, thanks for confirming that. I mean, clearing that.
So now the point is how to apply,
Of course,
to all of
Bradford
these
is there,
programs.
Miss Soida,
Yeah,
but Bradford is there to apply anyway. All right.
absolutely. Yeah, you must get in touch with our trusted partner, that is Bradford Education in Nepal.
All right.
So your application will go online, and Bradford will help you with that. All the supporting documents will be sent to us at the South Asia office, and we will review to ensure that everything is complete, and we send it to the university. If your application is successful, you will receive a conditional offer that
Mm-hmm.
you have to sign and the acceptance, and you also have to pay minimum $5,000 as a confirmation deposit. Once you have paid that, we will issue the LOA. That's the official document that you would need to apply for your visa,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah, and as I said, Bradford Education, they are the team of professionals. Their counsels are very well aware of all the requirements, and they're going to take you step by step. What documentation is required, and they'll guide you through and through. So please get in touch with the Bradford team, available in Nepal. They're locally available, and they'll take care of the entire process. But for you to know that we would need copy of your academics, your transcripts, language scores, reference letters, resume, statement of intent, very important, because we want you to write your own statement of intent, not taking help from any external sources.
Right.
So yeah, so that's the key to the railroads application. But submit all of that to Bradford, and they'll take you from there.
Trust us, like we only like process the quality applicants. Otherwise, we will not be like just recommending them to just try for their luck. So yes, Soita is right. Like we at Bradford would be very happy to guide you further regarding your application process, the programs, the right programs to choose for you, and what documents are the admission materials that you need to prepare before you send it to the university. through Soita's office, and we definitely communicate back and forth with Soita's team, and we make sure that you have already you always make a strong application for your admission as well as your scholarship options, and that way we can always guide you the best. So your chances for the visa, the study permit, we call it for Canada, will always be higher. So we want to make sure of that, and definitely we at Bradford, on the location that I'm highlighting on the screen with the information details, definitely gonna help you. Please feel free to visit us along with the documents if you got them handy, or just give us a call or visit us and then gather more information about studying in Canada at Royal Roads University, which is a public university located in very beautiful city, Victoria, in British Columbia province, but it's very close to Vancouver, and you're gonna love it. All right,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
thank
So
you
I
so much.
think
So
we have reached the
it was,
end of our session now. Yeah, and
yeah.
we are happy to take
I so wanted to
questions.
talk to you more on this, but of course we have time. I didn't know that we already spent 1 hour, but it was so quick, and great programs. And you got the university campus buildings. They are known for you know years, if not like centuries, and it's been popular name among international students and many Nepalese students and South Asian students. So what we I was just checking for the more question, but I think we covered so many questions here, and your slide was pretty clear, like what programs are available and the entry requirements. If it is work experience, then accept the intercultural and international communication. Beside those program, every other program needs 2 or 3 years
Work
work experience, but all those programs are like most sought after program, because they are sold out like very quickly every intake. So
absolutely.
you are advised to make application earlier, as soon as you can. Even Duolingo score can help you get the offer letter if you meet other criteria for admission. But bear in mind that the High Commission people, the visa officer, would like to see other form of English proficiency like IELTS, PT, or TOEFL, and make sure that you will submit it before you make the application. And we at Bradford will definitely guide you when to supply, when to have those scores, and yeah, like every other like financial details like the bank statement or your savings or your education loan or so many things on that. So that way we'll make it easy for you. Yeah. So that um, a quick question about how long it takes, once you have application in hand, and how long it takes for you to make a decision for your team.
So if the application is for the 4-year bachelor's degree, we can just do it in like couple of weeks, in
Hmm.
about 3 to 4 weeks at the max.
Hmm.
Sometimes we do make a on the spot admissions.
Hmm.
We organize such sessions, so we do make on the spot admission for such students. But if the application is coming for the credit transfer program or for the master's degree,
Hmm.
where we have to do a lot of credential evaluation,
Right.
and the decision has to come from the faculty. Sometimes
Hmm.
it can take a little longer. So just to be on the safer side, once the application is completed, between 10 to 12 weeks is the time frame that we want to keep in hand.
Hmm.
We are all working very hard to bring
I
down
can see
the
that.
processing timing.
I
Yeah.
know how busy you are, and
Uh,
how busy to catch, your team. But the good thing about working with you guys is you're prompt in, responding emails and updating us about the status of the applicants. So this is great, but it's just hard to talk on the phone. Yeah.
I know. So the key is, as Pawan said, do not wait for the application deadline. Do not go by the deadline that is mentioned on the website, because that is the application deadline for everybody, for international and for the Canadian students as well. But we all know how much time it's going to take to get the visa processing, and before that, there are so many other formalities in between that you have to take care of that. So apply as soon as you think that you're ready. Apply as soon as you think that you have that you've decided on the program.
Absolutely.
So it's always better. Yeah, it's always better to be early than late, right? So it's always better to apply in advance, get your admission sorted, get your finances sorted, and should give enough time for the High Commission to process your visa application for the particular intake.
Absolutely, like there's no point like just waiting, because and especially in this time when Canadian visas are like kind of raining, everybody literally getting visas. So this is never in the history of Nepal. So I can see that because I'm in this industry for almost 15 years now, and I never could see that visa rate for Nepal. Who like for the students who want to study in Canada. So this is the very time, if you are thinking about going to Canada, like studying there, getting a job, or like thinking about your future. I think this
Yeah.
is the high time. Yeah, and Deepa, thanks for your question. And like I think we also talked about this. See, the visa waiting time, it definitely not about universities, decision. It's more about like the visa officers, and it depends which country and how busy they are. They often mention on their website like the processing time for Nepal. It could be 5 to 7 weeks time at the current stage. That's what we got to hear from our from the visa officers in their webinar 2 weeks back. So best idea would be having the students' visa application at least 6 or 7 weeks prior to the class start date. So at least that's a very tight time, even though. But I would say like 8 weeks. That is 2 months time before the class starts. That
I
would be
know, I know. I mean, yeah, exactly. And the best part is, Pawan, that there's no restriction, because some countries they have like you can only apply 3 months in advance for your visa. But I
mhm.
think in Canada there's a lot of flexibility. If you want, you can apply a year in advance
Mm,
for your visa application as well.
that's
So the moment, yeah,
mhm.
yeah. So the moment you have everything ready, I would suggest that just go and apply for your visa
Well,
to
like,
be able
that's
to join
wonderful.
that particular intake. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. Like in most of the countries, as I know, like you also said, there is no chance. Like you cannot apply anytime you want. Like 1 year time before you start your class actually. So,
Yeah,
like for example, for US, 4 months prior to class start date. For the UK, it was like three
absolutely.
years 3 years before the class started. Now they just changed it to 6 months, sorry, 3 months before start date, and now like 6 months before the class start date. So likewise, other countries could be. So for Canada, like even 1 year beforehand, you can apply. So that means you can plan for other stuff, like as soon as you get a visa decision and all.
Absolutely.
So there is no harm applying sooner, but there is a harm if you apply later. All right, that's a good advice. Thank you, Soeda. Um, Next question would be, uh, I don't see your programs having co-op opportunities. So, what would you see as a difference between your program and those like offering co-op programs? Because we often get a query. I know, like it's not the question about RRU programs, but why co-op and why not at RRU? If you could just answer me.
Oh, well, I think probably that's a section that I missed, because majority of our programs, there is an internship component,
All
which
right.
is embedded into the program. So whether
Okay.
it's an undergraduate or you're coming for the master's program, I think majority of our courses they do give you an option to have an internship for 6 months.
Okay.
But if you're a mature student and you don't want to do internship, you do get a choices whether you want to do a research project or you want to take up an extra module.
Mhm.
But yeah, most of the programs will have 6 months of internship component embedded to it.
Okay. So thanks for like saying that here because we'd have missed that if you hadn't said this thing here because
Thank you for asking. I had missed it completely.
when you talk about Canada, they often that often comes on mind hey, my somebody that I know, seniors or juniors, like they are doing this course and taking co-op and all, and why don't you offer? So they just have a little confusion, co-op definitely is not a work permit, rather it's part of studies. And you said
Absolutely.
internship, 6 months internship available for your programs. That means, see, they are doing it together. I mean, studies are taken that way. I mean, you are studying there together with the internship. That is work, part-time work as well. So that helps actually. Co-op is not like outside of course. It's as a part of your program.
Part of the program.
Yeah, that means should not be any confusion, but co-op helps. And most of the universities, I believe, in Canada, they have this internship facilities. So thank you. It was great to hear from you about that. So I think 1 hour and 10 minutes we just spent. Now, as you see the visa scenario in Nepal, so what would you suggest, or what's your message to the future students or the ones who are applying to RRU?
I would suggest that do not wait, apply now. This is the
Hmm.
time that you can put in your application. Don't get delayed. It's always better to be early. And yeah, the visa is improving. The visa ratio, the visa success. The numbers are improving in Nepal. And if you are an aspirant who really want to study in Canada, and you have shortlisted your program and shortlisted the institution, apply now. Get the professional help, get in touch with the Bradford consultants, get in touch with the team out there, and they're going to take you through the entire process. So don't delay. This is the opportunity that you have in hand. Go ahead and put in your application. Be early.
Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise, there would be so many students who would be already applying before yourself. That means you're going to lose the opportunity. And by the way, when you are going to visit us in Nepal, Sweta?
Oh, I want to visit tomorrow.
We miss it there. The students who want to meet you in person and get first-hand details. Even
Absolutely.
by meeting in person, because maybe students are getting lots of webinars, this info session virtually. Everything going virtually. But now they want to just see you and then talk about the options at Rollwards University. So we can't wait to welcome you in our office, in Nepal, and get that opportunity right to our students in the near future.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the soon it's all safe for everyone, for me and for you, to travel and to host, and especially for our students to visit the office and meet us in person. I think till that time we have to depend upon the technology, but the soon it's safe for us to travel. I'll be in Nepal visiting the office and meeting all
Mhm.
of you wonderful students out there. But in the meantime, if you have any specific questions, please do not hesitate. Post your questions. Let us know whatever your queries are, and between the Bradford team and myself, we'll try and answer all your questions.
Absolutely. Thank you for your wonderful session with us today, Ms. Soita, for your time. We feel so appreciated, and we can't thank you enough for arranging your busy schedule and then come and join us in this platform and help our potential students and their parents get to know about your university, the Canadian visa scenario, the application process at various programs at your university, and more about Bradford to process through. We really appreciate it, and we thank you so much together with my team. And we hope to see you in Nepal sometime in the near future.
Thank you very much, Pawan, for organizing this session. And it's my pleasure, it's my privilege to be able to connect with so many students through your platform. And one more message to the students out
Please.
there: if you're applying through Bradford, you're going to get the application fee waived.
Oh, wow.
and the credential evaluation fee waived. So you're going to save
Yeah.
about $252. So
Uh-huh.
some bonus right from here itself.
Wow.
Um,
That's a great
yes.
support from you. Thank you. I could have like even talked like so sweet words about you, so we could have received so many scholarship amounts as well. I would be greedy. Anyway,
Yeah. Well,
lovely,
thank you very much. Yeah.
yeah, lovely offer to our students, and we could not be more uh, you know, like we could not be more blessed working with you in this way. So we are helping our students with no application fee for your university, and even the WES, internal credential evaluation, costing you $52. That means it's a great support while the students are
Yeah.
like just puzzled like which university to choose and where to submit the application, but it costs like multiple application fee and all. So now
Absolutely.
like you have made it easier. Thanks for giving them one more reason to choose Bradford. Thank you. Okay,
Well,
great.
yeah.
See you soon. I'll just like have you wait for a second at the backstage
Sure.
while
Sure.
I'll be announcing about our next program. Thank you.
All right.
Uh-huh. Dear viewers, that was wonderful session with our special guest today, Miss Sweta Sharma from Royal University, Vancouver. I would say the Vancouver because that's a big city. Everybody knows about that city, and it's a popular one and one of the largest. And actually, it is in Victoria, but Vancouver is the closest one, and it was great. The programs that they offer, including the global management, tourism, hospitality, and leadership communication, all those programs are highly sought after program and more in demand. That means, of course, if you are interested and ready to apply, please feel free to come visit us, meet with our counselors, submit your documents, and the ones who are watching us today have absolutely got the special offer that applying to this university, you are getting the application waiver. That means you don't need to pay any application fee. Even your internal documents evaluation at Royal University, you also get it for free. So how nice! And thanks to that offer to for like getting it to your application process. I mean, for this offer to you through our guest today, Ms. Soida Sharma. And yes, next would be on this April Fool's Day. That is 1st April, but don't be fooled. We'll be there at 10:15 a.m. Nepali time with our another uh, special guest, Ms. Karima Narang from Lakehead University, another public university from Ontario. Stay tuned in, and we thank you for your time today, watching us live and on the recorded. Please start your application with us as soon as you can. Like Sweta said, there is no harm applying earlier, but there is harm applying later. All right. With that note, stay safe, and I'm signing off. And see you soon. See you in the next session. All right. Bye bye and namaste.